Hello dear co-citizens. Here we are presenting the eco-responsible citizen via location-sensitive game-based training. Demonstrating ecological responsibility skills has been recognized as being of utmost importance across all EU member states to address the world and Europe's strategic targets at their grassroots level and implement sustainability-related policies. Ecological responsibility is key to our community's social development and future smart economies, and this is something pursued and funded by all modern societies. Acquiring such skills and competences is not a trivial challenge, since there is usually a lack of understanding of certain dimensions of ecology, and more importantly, there is usually a lack of cultural grounds that need lifelong training to be refined. Adults do not usually spare the time to get formal training on these topics due to their demanding everyday work and family lives. In our ECOLOG journey, we target and we want to positively affect the young, older, and senior adults, the local, regional, national adult education providers active in fields around ecological sensitivity and responsibility, the officers of municipalities and local organizations, the policymakers in education and environmental sustainability, and of course the society as a whole. We started this journey on the 1st of November 2019. Our official activities will end on the 31st of October in 2021. However, this journey is an endless cycle because we want to continue towards our objectives. We want to increase the awareness of citizens about the dimensions of ecological behavior and its importance to our quality of life, boost their skills and competences, and achieve their engagement in building cooperative ecological sensitivity. We want to actively involve the local authorities, the social partners, the small-medium enterprises, the vocational education providers, the general education stakeholders, as well as visitors in our countries in an online informal learning experience with clear learning objectives. We do this by creating and integrating state-of-the-art mobile learning technologies for the uninterrupted delivery of the eco-responsible learning resources. We identify 5 clear topics that capture a holistic view of the ecological responsibility. These are the clean and safe environment, the energy saving and efficiency, the inclusion of tourists, the inclusion of people from disadvantaged groups, and the avoidance of violence and crime. All these topics are extremely important for the broad physical and cultural environment in which we live. We produce 3 main outputs that help us achieve our objectives: a game app with a collection of virtual and location-sensitive games, a courses curriculum covering the details for all above identified topics, and a web mobile e-learning platform able to deliver blended course material and give controlled access to our game scenarios. The ECOLOG project is coordinated by the municipality of Zlatograd in Bulgaria, with the involvement of 5 strategic small-medium enterprises and NGOs as partners that make the creation of the outputs possible. These are the Ecology KM in Bulgaria, the company Euphora in Greece, the company EuroCY Innovations in Cyprus, the Forum on Promotion of Volunteering in Civil Protection in Bulgaria, and finally Soft Q&R company in Serbia. We are also grateful to the European Commission and its Erasmus Plus program for the trust they have shown to our team and the respective co-funding of our activities. This video aims at giving you a broad knowledge of what ECOLOG has produced and how you can use it to benefit from it and be inspired to create even more. It all starts through the ECOLOG e-learning platform, which you can access at ecoresponsible.training/elearning. If you have not yet created an account, please create one by clicking on the top menu item, Create New Account. The user interface is also translated in many EU languages like Bulgarian, Greek, Dutch, German, Latvian, and Serbian. You will be asked to provide certain security-related and other personal information like an email, a username, and a password that you can use to authenticate yourself and obtain access for the material, your name to be used for a more personalized interaction, and also your preferences for the game profiles. These preferences are expressed in the form of tags that define the game types for which you would be interested, physical in the real world or virtual through 3D glasses and a console. The game sites which you would be willing to attend, this is applicable to physical games of course, like indoor activities, outdoor activities, games with activities in the countryside, games involving mountains, parks, forests, monuments, cities, or beach activities. The accessibility related characteristics where you can ask to see only games accessible for wheelchair users, low vision challenges, cognitive learning difficulties, and or speech difficulties. And the game activity. Here you are defining which activities to filter out, like avoiding games with chemicals, fire, water, dirty items or locations that involve touching of things or that involve viewing of things. After creating your profile, you will receive an email to confirm your account and you are ready to use it to log in to the e-learning platform. The first page you see is the dashboard, where you can see a list of the courses to which you have enrolled. Alternatively, you can click on the site home at the left menu and see all course categories so that you choose the language of material you prefer. Each language category leads to a page listing 5 ecological responsibility training modules for direct access translated in the specific language. You have the option to navigate through the material and enroll to the course from the top right settings button and then to the enroll me button at the end of the page so that you get a direct access from your dashboard and be able to run the activities and obtain assessment results. Beyond the theoretical content on the selected ecological topics, you can navigate to the bottom of each course and access a set of relevant games. Note that you can only see the games matching your profile, as defined when you created or edited your account. Each game link will take you to the game app. This is a multiplayer game which organizes location-sensitive games under 5 ecology topics of the ECOLOG project. Under each topic, we have a set of game scenarios, each one defining one or more specific missions, and each mission defining a set of specific actions to be undertaken by the player. A game is in fact an instantiation of a scenario mission. There can be multiple instances of the same game running at each moment. Therefore, a player can either join one of the already running instances and compete with other players in that game, or create his or her own game instance and invite others to join. Missions are only visible if they are found within a certain distance around your device's location. This limitation does not apply to the VR games, which are clearly indicated as such with a blue tag VR game next to their title. Currently, there are 2 VR games available in the game app. One can be found under the Clean and Safe Environment topic with the title Park Cleanup. The player needs to click on the game to download it locally on his/her device and then use the available device controls to collect the wastes from the virtual park and put them in the correct bins to earn points. The second VR game is under the Energy Saving and Efficiency topic, and the user is asked to undertake certain actions in a built-in indoor environment to demonstrate his/her understanding and skills related to the energy-saving ecological aspects. In both the VR games and the location-sensitive games, each user receives his/her own score, which is sent to the e-learning platform immediately after the creator of the game clicks to stop it and send the scores. In the case of physical games, the completion of an action can only be marked through the scanning of the relevant QR codes that should be found close to the action point with clear indication. You can play multiple games through your learning courses, and you can check your grades in the grades section of the learning platform, accessible from the left menu. Separate grades are kept for each one of the game activities under each course. Note that if you repeat a game activity, that is, play the same game again, the grades are replaced with your new achievement. Beyond the web platform, you can as easily access the ECOLOG learning material and games through your Android mobile device. All you have to do is to download and install the ECOLOG app from the Play Store. You need to have an account to log in and access the material. You can access all courses and game activities similarly to the way you do it from the web browser, and also check your grades. If at any moment you want to edit your user profile, for instance, to change your game preferences, you can do so by logging in and clicking on the profile item in your user menu from your avatar on the top right. Now, if you are a content creator for ECOLOG, your account will be upgraded to an appropriate role that will give you access to the editing functionality. You will see the site administration link on the right menu, where you can click and go to the course tab and either add a new course or edit existing ones. While adding a course, you can also choose to enroll users if you already know who would be interested. By then proceeding to the course content, you're presented with the Moodle platform's functionality to create course content, organize it under topics, create activities from a quite long list of available activities, like assessment exercises, etc. If you need to create multiple activities of the same type and with some content or configuration repeated, then Duplicate button will be of help, which is hidden in the Settings menu next to the title of each activity. One very important activity in ECOLOG is the game activity. This is a custom version of the external tool activity of the learning platform, which you can choose to create. To save time, we recommend that you start by duplicating an existing game activity, which will already have the configuration of the activity created and ready to update. You need to expand the general category of configurations in the form and go to the Custom Parameters box. There, you can change the topic, the activity ID, the game type, game site, game activity, and accessibility parameters with the ones matching your new activity. Note that, like the user profiles, the games are semantically annotated with the same tags. In addition, you need to go to the Restrict Access configuration set and add or edit all relevant restriction sets. You do so by adding a restriction and selecting the restriction set from the pop-up menu. The goal is for the user to see only the game activities matching his or her profile, so you need to use the logic of the tags to restrict or allow access appropriately. As a content creator, you may also want to add new semantic tags for the games and the user profile. You can do so through the site administration link by editing the user profile fields. You can remove or add as required. However, you need to be careful here not to delete something useful for the platform, and you also need to expand the annotation of the games themselves in the game app and the access restrictions in the game activities. To edit the games, you need to access the game app as a content creator by clicking on a game activity. You will then see the admin button in the top main menu of the game app. Going to the admin mode, you will be able to navigate through all game topics, scenarios, missions, actions, and create new or edit the existing ones. Specifically for the missions, you will be able to select its location on a map and also add all its semantic annotations given the profile parameters already created. Each mission has one or more associated actions. For each action, the app generates a UUID parameter. You can use this to generate the QR codes using one of many QR generators on the internet. A list of the topics, scenarios, missions available currently on the platform is shown here. So this is the end of this video, and at the same time the beginning of a huge list of eco-responsible citizens. Enjoy ECOLOG, and do not hesitate to contact us for any clarification or follow-up actions, or even to help you set up your ECOLOG location-sensitive games in your municipality, organization, or any other type of area. Thank you so much.